Alright, Administrative Instruction 99. Washington Headquarters Service Labor Management Relations Program, originating component Office Director Administrative Management, effective July 21st, 2001, effective change 1, effective December 6, 2021. Releasability cleared for public release, available on the Directives Division website. Reissue cancels. Administrative Instruction 99 Labor Management Relations, August 25th, 2011, is amended. Approved by Regina Miners, Acting Director, Washington Headquarters, Christopher Shawlight, Chief Direction Divisions. Purpose in accordance with the Authority Department of Directive 511004, Department of Instruction 502501. Insurance implements policy and assignment and responsibility prescribes procedure Washington Headquarters Labor Management Relations Program in accordance with volume 711 of the Department of Instruction 1425. Table of contents: General Instruction, General Issuance Information, Applicability Policy, Summary of Change. Section 2, Director White, Washington Headquarters Services, Civilian Human Resource Office, Human Resource Director, Assistant Director, Labor Management, Employee Relationship Division, Human Resource Director, Washington Headquarters Services, Washington Headquarters Services, Components, Heads, Glossary, Acronyms, Definitions, References. Section 1, General Issuance Information, Applicability. The issuance applied with the Office of Secretary of the Defensive Agency, the Department of Defense Field Activities for the service around Washington Headquarters Services. Third collectively, issuance is Washington Headquarters Services Components. Office of Chairman, Joint Chief of Staff, Joint Staffs of exempt of the Federal Service Labor Management Relations Statute pursuant with the effect of Order 12-17-1 as amended with Executive Order 13-76-0. 1-2 policy in accordance with volume 711 of the Department of Defense Instruction 1425, authority granted of Washington Headquarters Services, Department of Defense Directive 511004, Washington Headquarters Services Policy, established labor management relationship with the Committee of the Pursuing Solutions that promote increased quality of work, productivity, customer service, mission, accomplishment, efficiency, employment, empowerment, organizational performance, military readiness. 1-3 Summary of Change. 1. Changes administrative of the corrective admission with the Department of Defense Instruction 502501. Authority source appropriate statement is required in the Department of Defense issuance standards for the organizational policy decision supported Directorate, Office of the Director of Administration Management Guidance. Section 2, Responsibility. Director of Washington Headquarters Services under the authority, direction, control of the Director of Administrative Management. The Director of Washington Headquarters Services oversees and implements the issuance. 2-2, the Chief Human Resource Officer, Human Resource Directorate, under the authority, direction, control of the Washington Headquarters for the Chief Human Resource Officer for the Human Resource Directorate, develops effective the Washington Headquarters Services Labor Management Relations Program. 2-3, Assistant Director of Labor Management Employee Relationships, the Division of the Headquarters Resource Director of Washington Headquarters Services, under the authority, division, control of the Chief Human Resource Officer, Human Resource Director, and the Assistant Director of the Labor Management Employee Relationship Division at Headquarters Human Resource Directorate, Washington Headquarters Service Administrative, Washington Headquarters for the Labor Management Relations Program, oversee the negotiation, administrative of the adaptive collective bargaining agreements, coordinate with the General Counsel, Washington Headquarters Service appropriate. 2. Provide technical guidance and regulations, collective bargaining agreements, and other matters concerning the administrative of Washington Headquarters for the Labor Management Relationships Program. Represent Washington Headquarters for the components in case of involvement in unfair labor practices, changes, bargaining issues before Federal Labor Relations Authority. Impasse cases of the Federal Service Impasses Panel, any other third-party proceeding, train supervisor, management officials of the responsibility pursuant to Chapter 71, Title 1, United States Code, Volume 711, the Department of Defense Instruction 1425, any applicable collective bargaining agreements. D designates the Labor Relations Officer, White House, Washington Headquarters for the other authorized individual, the chief, the negotiated agreement, exclusive representatives of employees and a bargaining unit. Individual designated with the chief negotiator must undergo appropriate training before starting negotiations unless the individual has already experienced labor negotiations. Coordinate with the actions as prescribed in 711 of the Department of Defense Instruction 1425, Defense Civil Personal Advisory Services. This action includes but not limited to the agencies have had review of the negotiated agreements, formal negotiable determinations, and review of arbitrations of the Washington headquarters service coordinate with the Defense of Civilian Personal Advisory Services does not negotiate any or other responsibility of the Defense of Civilian Personal Advisory Service provided in volume 711 the Department of Instruction 1425 prepares reports, maintains statistics, activities of Washington headquarters for the Labor Management Relations Program. 2-4 General Counsel Washington headquarters with the under authority, direction, control of the General Counsel of the Department of Defense, Director of the Defense of Legal Service, the agency acting of the Deputy of the Department of Defense, General Counsel, Personal and Health Policy, and General Counsel of Washington headquarters service to provide legal advice on whether Washington headquarters with the Washington headquarters service the component labor management relation matter, including collective bargaining, negotiating impasse, ULP charges, grievances, arbitration, federal personal law issues as necessary, provide legal sufficient reviews, supplement agreements relevant management officers with the Assistant Director of the Labor Management Labor Management Employee Relations Division Washington headquarters for the Labor Relations Officers representing Washington headquarters services or Washington head service component before the FLRA. Any third-party proceedings when necessary. 2-5 Washington headquarters service the components and head. Washington headquarters services serve the components heads, where all supervisors will receive adequate training on the provision collective bargaining agreement covering their employees. Allocate sufficient funds to cover expenses related to the arbitration and any other third-party appealing hearing. Promptly Assistant Director of Labor Management ER Division Washington headquarters with Labor Relations Officer upon receipt of the present petition grieving to arbitration of the ULP charge complaints or similar appeal binding disputes resolutions related to the labor management relations provided necessary information and evidence related to the case. 2. The component intent to negotiate collective bargaining upon receipt with any of the cross-bargaining and labor organization, coordinate with the Assistant Director, Labor Management ER Division, Washington headquarters of the Labor Relations Officer on the actions prescribed in Volume 711 of the Department of Defense Instruction 1425 of the actions, but now limited agency head review of the negotiated agreements, formal and negotiable determination, review, arbitration, awards. 2. Maintain accurate, up-to-date bargaining unit status code and records. Monitor official time by Washington headquarters for the Washington headquarters for the components of union with representative of the tracked amount time. Each following categories: term or negotiation, midterm negotiation, grievance, appeal of the general labor management relation, and any other category. Unofficial time provided applicable collective bargaining agreement on quarterly basis. Provide assistant director for the labor management ER Division, Washington headquarters for the Labor Relations Office report, Washington headquarters for the or Washington headquarters for the components of union official time usage. Annually inform bargaining unit employees with a wait and garner right to union representation during investigative examination pursuant to 7114A2B of Chapter 7 of Title 5 United States Code provides bargaining unit employee who is examined with the investigation entitled with union representation if the examination conducted by a representative of the agency with the employee responsible believe the examination will result in the disciplinary action against him or herself if the employee requests representation. Alright, glossary. DCPAS is the Defense Civilian Person Advisory Service, DODI, Department of Defense Instruction, FLRA, Federal Labor Relations Authority, HRD, Human Resource Director, LMER, Labor Management Employee Relations, ULP, Unfair Labor Practice, SC, United States Code, WHS, Washington Headquarters, Service Definitions. And that is Administrative Instruction 99, Washington Headquarters, Service Labor Management Relations Program.